Okay, we're back for another episode of NBA 2K11. You see the last video, the Miami Heat take it the New York Knicks by double digits earlier. Wanna fight the 9-5? Check out the stats for the New York. Carmelo, Amari Stoudemire 26, Chandler 20, Gallinari 18, Randolph 10, Felton 7, and the rest of the New York Knicks. And for the Miami Heat, 30 points for LeBron James, Dwayne Wade 24, Bosch 14, Chalmers 10, Aslam 8, and the rest of the Miami Heat. Huge win now for Miami. They take it 22 and 6 wins for the Miami Heat. They will take it away over the New York Knicks. And coming up next, second game for a marquee matchup. This is gonna be the much highly anticipated of the battle of the showdown features Steve Nash and Dirk Nowitzki of the Steve Nash and Jason Richardson of the Phoenix Suns take on Dirk Nowitzki and Jason Cook. So now we're ready to start the game. Features Steve Nash and Jason Richardson of the Phoenix Suns take on Dirk Nowitzki, Jason Cook, and Sean Marion of the Dallas Mavericks. And we're ready for this game. The Suns are gonna go for the purple, and the Mavericks gonna use the white. And we are moments away to start the tip off. We're off to Kevin Harlan here on the American Suns, Dallas Mavericks. Two of familiar Western Conference rivalry showdown head-to-head begins now in the Big D. Enjoy.
A Friday night NBA presentation. His legend simply continues to grow. The Canadian sensation Steve Nash and the Phoenix Suns go up against the Dallas Mavericks in their careening combo guard, Jason Terry. Phoenix, Dallas, up next.
We're at the home of the Mavericks, a fortress of basketball known as the American Airlines Center, here in Dallas, Texas. Homestand ends here for the Mavericks as they get ready to hit the road. And you talk about a team on a tear in just their last 8 games and 1 loss.
This team is really doing exactly what they expected they would do. I mean, they're a championship caliber team, and they're approaching every game and every situation like champions do. Focused, intense, and together.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Jason Richardson and Hedo Turkoglu at the 2 and the 3. Hakeem Warwick and Robin Lopez in the middle. And Nash. And for Dallas, Hayward and Dirk make up the front court. Kidd and Terry on. They're manning the backcourt. And Marion. Always a big asset for any sports team. This Mavs team is lucky to have such a dynamic owner committed to winning, even though they have an aging roster. They've managed to be a premier team for the last decade. But do you think that their window is shrinking a little bit?
Well, you always have to be cognizant of that. There is a certain shelf life for players and a group of players on a particular team, and certainly the Mavs are moving in that direction. So we'll see how it plays out over the next year or two. But you have to consider the Kidd and Nowitzki not only have a lot of years on their resumes, but they've also got a lot of miles on their bodies, too.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Amari Stoudemire, a tricky one for this Phoenix Suns team to overcome, but they did make some interesting acquisitions. They signed high-flying forward Hakeem Warwick, who just might be able to fill Stoudemire's role in the pick and roll. Josh Childress returned from Greece and figures to play a major role. They also traded for point forward Hedo Turkoglu from the Raptors. They've got some gifted players to try out, guys.
They definitely do. Thanks, Doris. Good. Quite going back to that point about Kidd and Dirk. Window closing or window closed?
I would say closing, Kevin, because they still have much to offer. Now you have to be very selective in how you massage their minutes during the course of the season, practices and game. And then you'd like to see an infusion of some young, active, energetic talent to take some of the load off of those guys sooner rather than later.
Steve Nash may actually be the greatest shooter in NBA history, at least from a numbers standpoint.
Well, if you think about it, he's always part of that 50-40-90 club. 90% free throws, 40% three-point shooting, and over 50% from the floor.
He's way ahead of anyone else in NBA history in that category. Mavericks on D, fresh from a win against Portland.
They did a lot of things right. An awful lot was done right, especially at the offensive end. I thought they did a nice job exploiting every possession. They were smart with the ball, and they really looked very fluid. Nothing was forced.
A chance now to go to Dorisburg, who had a chance to talk with Rick Carlo.
When they asked him what he hopes to do on the offensive end, he said, well, I'll tell you what we can't afford to do. We can't let their shot blockers dictate the outcome because they're always a danger with these guys. Ball movement, he said, is going to be a huge key for them as the game progresses, guys.
Thanks, Doris. Clark, so much for advanced scouting.
Sometimes that's a false prophecy, though, and you have to adjust to what the other team is coming out and running.
Here's Terry. A 14-point game for him in the win against Portland. Head coach Alvin Gentry. Some people I think he's a newcomer to the NBA, but he's had head coaching stints all over the country.
Yeah, he has. Miami, Detroit, with the Clippers, short-lived relatively, but coaching the Suns certainly has been his best work, Kevin. He was outstanding in leading that team to the conference finals.
Here's Nash. Sean Henry making his last shot. A nice shot by Nash.
He's just so gifted offensively. He's a tough guy to match up with.
And here is Kidd. 17 points for him last game against Portland. Here's Nowitzki. And it's Dells with another. And Gentry Clark, the disciple of Larry Brown.
They first met when Gentry was a player working out for the Nuggets, trying to make the team. That didn't work out, but Gentry actually learned an awful lot from his mentor, Larry Brown.
Here's Richardson. After Dirk Nowitzki's bucket. Richardson, good. Richardson's got 5 now.
Good pick there to set up the layup. That's textbook offensive execution.
Season before last for the Suns, Clark, they tried to remake themselves like the Spurs with a focus on defense, more of a half-court attack to result of. It wasn't in the DNA.
No, it certainly wasn't in the NBA, but it's a copycat league, Kevin. You know that. But sometimes you just got to understand who you are and what you do best. And if the personnel isn't suited to a certain style, you got to let it go and be who you are.
That's a great point. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Tyson Chandler is checked in for Hayward. And Jerry Stackhouse is subbed in for Jason Terry. And then for Phoenix, Lopez comes in for Channing Frye. And it's Dragic in for Jason Richardson. Now here's Nash. Coming off a solid outing against Minnesota. Basket is good. The assist from Turkoglu. Nash has got his 3rd basket of the night. Yeah, and then this last season with the Suns, they opened it up, Clark, and got out and ran, played some defense, and they came rolling back.
Yeah, you're right, Kevin. The key there, though, is I think they managed to add a new focus and commitment to the defensive end of the floor. And a lot of the credit, I think, has to go first to the players, but also to Alvin Gentry and his staff. I think that might have been a carryover from the Spurs model they flirted with, so they did get something after all. I tell you what, Kevin, both teams have been on a tear. This could be a very high-scoring game.
Shooting. The and one is good, so a 3-point play that time. Here's Kidd, averaging 10 points per contest. Nowitzki outside. Hill's there. Lets it go. And another missile for Davis.
Right now, he's just too good, Kevin. Way too good. They need to bring a second defender and try to make him give up the ball.
Kidd against Nash. Fades back. Another 3 for Phoenix.
What an explosive quarter he's had so far. I mean, he has an answer for every single defense that's been thrown at him so far.
Here's Kidd. 25 seconds left in the first. Off the pick. A strong finish to throw it down.
strong dunker, but he showed me a little something with that.
He can't complete the three-point play. The Suns leading, and this matchup with the Mavericks is the first meeting of the season.
The first of 4 here. Conference rivals meeting, so you know they'll be going at each other pretty hard.
Knowing each other very well. Here's Barea. Takes a three, but that one's good by Butler. Butler's got his first 3 points of the game. And here comes Nash. Here is the first quarter conclude. The Suns on top, up 1. And we'll be back in just a moment.
On tap, Wednesday, December 22nd, Derrick Rose and the Chicago Bulls take on Gilbert Arenas and the Washington Wizards, live from Verizon Center. Don't miss it.
Close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. Here's Dragic, right now averaging 5 points a game. Starting out this series, Clark, they're just getting a feel for each other, feeling out this year's roster.
That's exactly right, Kevin. You know, in the early season, you do a little scouting. This is where you get your bearings and kind of figure out what you need to do to beat those guys. I love these rivalries.
So it's Nowitzki sitting on the bench. Here's how Rick Carlisle's going. They've got Caron Butler, Chandler out there with Hayward. And it's Jerry Stackhouse and Barea. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. One thing you always take a look at is trends from year to year, Clark. And for the Mavericks, they won 28 at home last season. Now that number was down from their 09 total when they won an incredible 32 games.
But they won more games overall, Kevin, which shows you that this is a team that has no problem taking care of business on the road.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Kevin, part of the way through last season, the Phoenix Suns moved Robin Lopez into the starting lineup, and the team's defense and rebounding improved dramatically. Coach Alvin Gentry said, defensively, the difference in our team has been unbelievable.
Thank you for that. Now, playing here, Clark, at the American Airlines Center, you often have to play in front of a man signing your checks. You think that affects the players?
I don't really think so. He is very much a hands-on owner, very visible, but he also takes great care of his players, has tremendous passion and enthusiasm. So I think that perhaps lessens the pressure because he knows, I think his players know that he desires what they want, and that's wins and a chance to play for a championship.
Chance now to see Goran Dragic out of Slovenia in his 3rd season. He was acquired by the Suns in a draft day trade with the San Antonio Spurs.
Kevin, what an acquisition that was. He was one of the most enjoyable players for me to watch all season. I mean, you look at the playoff game he had in Game 3 against the Spurs, 26 points in 17 minutes. That's the most points ever in the postseason by a player playing less than 20 minutes. And I like this fearlessness. I like this composure. I like this competitive fire. Boy, he's a promising-looking player at that guard position.
Some changes for Phoenix. Channing Fries checked in for Lopez. Childress comes in for Jason Richardson. And it's Nash in for Goran Dragic. Now, here's Nash. 10 points for him. Childress nails the easy jumper. And the Suns lead by 4.
Way to distribute the basketball.
Here's Butler. It's good. Big play set up by Barea. Butler's got his second bucket of the night. And it's Phoenix's ball. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
We really saw him work under the basket with efficiency, grabbing rebounds on both sides of the court, offensively and defensively. They out-rebounded them defensively and then got plenty of second chances with the offensive end. Kevin, that's the kind of shot you want. You can't ask for better execution on offense, but sometimes they just don't fall.
Nice shot by Terry.
That's a nice dive. Another dive. Distant inside. Right on target.
Nash with it. Averaging 24 points per contest. Ward defended by Nowitzki. The Mavericks leading. Tipped. Now here's Nash. Guarded by Barea. Up high and down hard.
Took advantage of a little bit of lax defense right there.
Well, those chances are usually not going to go by the wayside. That was our Sprite. Slam kick, showing you the replay above the rim. A different look for Dallas. Brendan Haywood, he's checked in for Chandler. Marion comes in for Caron Butler. And Jason Kidd has subbed in for J.J. Barea. Then for the Suns, Robin Lopez is checked in for Fry. Turkoglu comes in for Hakeem Warren. And it's Richardson in for Grant Hill. Well, I think one of the stories last year was that the Suns, Clark, finally got past their postseason nemesis, the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah, that was very impressive and really a cause for celebration amongst the Suns. They felt great about handling the Spurs the way they did, and then just kind of ran into too much size against the Lakers and got short-circuited there.
Now Nowitzki, following the miss by Nash from deep. 10 points for him. Right side Kidd. The three. That's right. Comes off an assist from Dirk Nowitzki. Kidd shot 6. Timeout call, the Suns. Teams that make their free throws were so tough down the stretch. Let's check out the bench. Take a look at the Mavericks. 5 in the NBA, really solid, a team you don't want to foul.
As I said, this is one of the better free throw shooting teams this season. Everybody's been doing their job from the charity stripe. They're actually taking advantage of free throws because they're knocking them down.
And here's Nash. Following the three-pointer by Jason Kidd. Richardson, good.
And he gets another one here in the second. It can be dangerous from outside. Watch out.
Here's Marion. Shot is up. And it's the Suns taking it the other way.
An ideal time to go 2 for 1. Every possession counts.
Here's Nash. And there's the bucket, good for 2. Nash has got 12.
I'll tell you what, he's been an efficient scorer for them. He executes, takes good shots, and he always seems to make a basket when it's needed most. He's excellent at timely baskets.
Terry from deep. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
Phoenix turns over. He'll go the other way. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. Take a look at the Mavericks. Right now they're off to a fast start. First place in the conference. And of course, Phoenix, 7.5 games away. Here's Terry. 8 points for him. Jacks up the triple. Shots good. Terry's got 11 points.
They've been trading buckets and trading leads. What outstanding competitors out there.
And the first half is now in the books.
It's been a nice game for Terry. He's got 11 points, and he's hit a trio of three-pointers to give himself 9 points from downtown. He's been just as deadly from beyond the arc as he's been inside of it.
Mavericks lead by 2.
And welcome, everyone. The HB Halftime Report is here, and a little rivalry action is on tap. Let's get you started. Out of American Airlines Center, the Mavericks in a tightly contested game against Phoenix. They're the kings of the conference and don't want anyone touching the crown jewels. Dirk Nowitzki not having any problems out there. After 2, he's got 10 points and has added a couple assists in this one, too. And for the Suns, also a strong start. They've played gritty D and have been hauling in the defensive rebounds. A jaw-dropping performance from Steve Nash. He's got 12 points and has put on a show with all the assists he's dished out. A lot of points on the board between these two. They've led the charge in scoring for their teams. And that's it for now as we send you back out to Kevin and Clark for the second half. Thanks so much for tuning in, everybody.
And as the quarter begins, both teams have been trading blows like prize fighters. A close ball game. Here's Nash. 12 points for him. The thing you have to deal with when you're playing Dallas, not only Clark can they make the threes, but you know what? They can defend the three-point shot pretty well.
Well, I know that's an emphasis of Rick Carlisle. They finished top 10 a year ago in three-point field goal defense, and they were able to do that because they do a nice job closing out on deep shooting threats, and then they don't give up very many easy shot attempts from behind the three-point line. They transition defensively as well.
On the floor for Alvin Gentry as we get into the second half. Nash runs point with Jay Rich at the 2. Hakeem Warwick and Robin Lopez in the middle. And Turkoglu. On defense, the Mavericks. Following the miss by Steve Nash. Deflected by Nowitzki. Talking about the Mavs defense with Marion and Dirk Nowitzki, they certainly have the length to bother shooters.
Correct. And the kid is no slouch either, Kevin. I mean, he's physical. And he can still bother point guards with his strength and his savvy and understanding. But you also have to credit the coaching staff because they do a nice job providing the players with a good defensive scheme. Well, it looks like we're going to be going back and forth with these threes all game long. I'm down.
Uncovered. Jason Richardson pulls it in.
Shocking how wide open he was. Even more shocking that he couldn't sink it.
Here's Warwick. There it is. It's Nash picking up the assists.
Nice feed. That's the way to keep the ball moving.
Here's Kidd. 6 points for him. 5 on the clock. Nowitzki, a foul called, and he earns a trip to the line. Nowitzki, just the 4th German player in NBA history, and Clark certainly the best.
Yeah, he's also the best player in Mavericks history, Kevin. I mean, he's the first Maverick player ever to make an All-NBA team, and also the MVP of the league in 2007.
Channing Frye's checked in for the Suns. Here's Richardson. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Jason Richardson, nice fit for the Suns team. He can hit the 3. And Clark, you've talked about this a lot. The explosion in finishing in transition. Remarkable.
Yeah, I love that about Jay Rich. He can shoot the deep 3, but if you don't keep him from the paint area, he can make you look bad and posterize you. You know, he's not the best ball handler, but that's okay because he's got one of the best who's ever playing next to him in Steve Nash.
Now here's Nowitzki. 10 points for him. Connects on the baseline jumper. Nowitzki's got 12. The Suns trail. And here's Nash. 12 points for him. Wide open. And he hits the jump shot.
Well, Kevin, this one has really gone back and forth.
Here's Kidd. 2:33 left in the 3rd.
I see him.
And Nowitzki backs in. Here's Haywood. And drops, and it comes off an assist from Dirk Nowitzki. Haywood's got his first basket. So it's Phoenix now. They trail by 1. The Suns bench a year ago, Clark, was a huge part of their regular season success. They really carried them, through parts of games and were a big strength of the team, even in the playoffs.
Well, they were like home figures, I thought, in terms of how much they brought to the table as a group. Dragic really may have been the most surprising of their bench players in my mind.
He was great. The Suns making a switch here. Lopez is checked in. Here's Richardson. 14 points for him.
Boy, the offense was firing on all cylinders that time.
Right side kid. For three. Another three for Dallas.
The fast break left the defense scrambling to react. They couldn't get to it in time.
Nash against Kidd. And here's Richardson. Good, and the assist goes to Nash. Richardson's got 18 points in the game. Here's Marion. And a good assist by Kidd as that one goes in. And the Mavericks lead by 3. Nash the pass to Lopez. Turkoglu kicks to Lopez. Richardson. Another three for Phoenix.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
Nowitzki, that's for 2. And it's Dallas with another.
Great assist on that basket. He's seeing the floor well, and he's making some beautiful passes.
And here we go with Steve Nash. He's got 12. Behind the arc. Another three for Phoenix.
No wasted opportunities for him. He's been as efficient as a heat pump.
Here's Kidd. 9 points in the game so far. Back to Nowitzki. Let's go with the three. And a great assist by Kidd as that one goes in. Points for Nowitzki. So it's Phoenix now. A 2-point game.
Good execution on the break leads to the nice bucket.
46 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Kidd. Connects from in close. Kidd's got 11 points.
Yeah, both teams have ramped it up here in the second half.
Deflected.
They can go 2 for 1 if they hurry, Kevin.
Here's Stackhouse. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Nowitzki.
That's a good look. Very nice look.
Suns trail by 5.
Hey, right here.
Nash outside. Here's Warwick. Good, and the assist goes to Nash. He's got 6. Here's Kidd. He's got 11.
Here, they'll want to hold for one shot. Shoot it. Come on, man. Walk him out.
From the right block. It bounces out of bounds after the shot. Let's take a peek at the league's assist leaders. You take a look at Kidd, an uncommonly gifted passer, leading the league in assists.
Well, here are 2 men that you would have to say, Kevin, learned early the importance of sharing. They really have a knack for distributing the ball well.
2 behind him. He really does a great job leading his team. Such an unselfish player. Nash onside.
Went in the clutch to finish the quarter. Trey ties it up as we approach the 4th.
Some impressive scoring, and we still have 1 quarter to go. Who will gain the upper hand in the 4th?
Nowitzki playing very well. He's got 17 points, and he has sent a bunch of shots in reverse. What touch he's got out there. He's hardly missed anything.
And we'll be back momentarily live from Dallas.
Tune in next Tuesday night. Dirk Nowitzki and the Dallas Mavericks go up against Dwight Howard and the Orlando Magic. Hoops action.
Now, while we've got a moment, we're going to send it over to Doris Burke for our Spark of the Game, presented by Sprite. Doris?
Thanks, Kevin. It's the Mavericks with the spark of the game with that big push we saw. They made their move in the third quarter with their great defense propelling them on an impressive run, gentlemen.
Great, Doris. That big scoring run being a difference maker, Clark, in this game.
Well, it often comes in spurts, Kevin. Spurtability is what I call it, and that's what happened today.
Dallas with the ball. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. That one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team. Here's who Rick Carlisle's going with. Stevenson out there with J.J. Barea. Then there's Marion, and it's Chandler, and Haywood. And Marion gets it to go.
When the margin's this tight, every basket starts to take on a little bit more meaning.
Here's Dragic on target with that J from the line.
When he gets it going like this, you've got to double team. That's your only hope.
Now Stevenson. Busts the sand after the cagey basket. And the Mavericks lead by 3. And here's Turkoglu. Dragic with it. Balance shot. A tray. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Explosive offense. These two teams have been going at each other this entire game.
Here's Stevenson. Here's Barea. Another 3 for Dallas.
That's a good job going right back at him with the 3 of their own.
Suns trail by 3. And the Suns call time. Different look for Dallas. Nowitzki comes in for Brendan Healy. Jason Kidd is subbed in for J.J. Barea. And the Suns here with a different look. Hakeem Warren, he's checked in for Lopez. Clark comes in for Hedo Turkoglu. Jason Richardson, he's checked in for Josh Childress. And it's Nash in for Goran Dragic. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Guys, over that last break, I listened in on Alvin Gentry's huddle. He let his players know that they've got to do a better job on defense. He said, they're scoring the game the way they want. We've got to show some pride here. Let's make a stand defensively, get us stops, and get on a run of our own. Do they have it in them, Kevin?
Thanks again, Doris. Here's Nate.
He's been stroking it from long range all game long. Actually, most of his points have come from beyond the arc.
With the traveling violation, here's what Phoenix has lined up on their schedule. It's off to Oklahoma City for him after this game, so they have the Thunder to look forward to. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road. The Suns trailing. He's covered by Kidd to take the lead. Again, Phoenix.
The intensity level has really picked up here in the second half.
Here's Kidd. Fires the 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
Wow, talk about confidence and attitude. He dropped that fast break triple right in the defender's face.
Near the 3-point line, it's Nash. Another one falls for Phoenix.
Well, he's been doing his part, Kevin. He definitely is focused and came to play.
Here's Kidd. Blocked. And Phoenix has possession. A fadeaway. Richardson, good.
Well, the defense can't give up chances like that too often, or you'll pay for it dearly.
Here comes Jason Kidd. Puts up the tray. Gets the ball. Here's Nash. 2:06 left in the game. Spiked it away. It's 2-on-1. Kidd. Finish off the break.
Excellent defense, and the steal earns him a quick bucket in transition.
And the Suns call time here. They're losing by 3. 1:57 left in the fourth. Brendan Haywood is checked in for the Mavericks. Terry comes in for Deshaun Stevenson. Phoenix also making some changes. Hedo Turkoglu is checked in for Earl Clark. Here's Turkoglu. And here's Hill. Basket is good. The assist from Turkoglu.
And that's great court vision, Kevin. Even when he was about to shoot, he was still able to spot the open man.
Now here's Kidd. And Nowitzki backs in. Hill snatches it inside.
Well, he faded away for no good reason. He He shouldn't have made that shot harder than he had to be. He knew exactly where the ball was going and got a hand on it. He's so clutch, Kevin. When the pressure is at its highest, that's when he's at his very best. They're trying to stir things up to make something happen. They've switched their D to full court press.
Now here's Nash. Over Marion. And the Suns tack on 2 more.
You've got to close out on that mid-range jump shot.
The Mavericks leading. Now Kidd.
Back door, back door.
Pass to Nowitzki. Goes up. And it's Dallas with another.
Kevin, that's what you expect from him. When the pressure's at its highest, with the game on the line, that's when he's at his best.
The steal.
That's just an inopportune time to turn the ball over there, Kevin. Down, and it's late in the game. That could cost you.
Less than 1 minute left. Turkoglu goes up. And 2 free throws coming up as the whistle blows. He's barely missed that one. They get short here. Down the first, and that brings them within 2. Doesn't pick this up.
And he's through his free throw. And if they can get a stop here, they've still got a chance. I see him. I see him.
Outside Kidd. Richardson against Terry. 5 on the clock. Takes the 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
He just keeps knocking them down from deep. I can relate to that. Some days it seems like you just can't miss.
Turkoglu passes to Nash. Takes it up. Basket is good. The assist from Turkoglu.
He came up big there against a much bigger opponent. Sweet play down low.
And so they go with the intentional foul. They're not yet in the penalty, so they'll need to commit a second time to send them to the line.
Yeah, they'll send him to the line and hope for some missing. That's what we hope right now.
And the Suns call time here. They're trailing by 5. 15 seconds left in the game. Clark, what are your thoughts?
Well, the options are reduced to 1 right here. Quick shot, intentional foul, and hope for missed free throws at the other end.
And here's Nash outside. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Oh, that's much in the clutch. They needed that one, Kev.
Here's Kidd. And here's the whistle as they commit the intentional goal.
They needed to take that foul to stop the clock. That clock is not their friend at this stage.
Shoots the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Perfect from the line. It's a 4-point ball game.
And that'll do it, Kevin. Those last free throws were the icing on the cake.
Richardson with it. Pass to Nash. Back to Richardson. On deep. And that's collected by Nowitzki.
You know, even though that one didn't fall, it isn't terribly out of his range. He can hit from that far on occasion.
Here is Hayward. Picked him clean.
The lob was a little misjudged, and he couldn't get control of it.
So it's an arrow victory for the Mavericks, pulling out the W. It was tight, but they managed to come up with the win.
You know, nobody wants to lose a close game, Kevin. It's much better to win those tight ones.
Thank you for joining us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark and Doris and the rest of the crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Last but not least, here is your Jordan Brand Player of the Game, Dirk Nowitzki.
entirely new monsters.
Okay, so
That
what a
never made
great
it into
close
the
one here in
films.
Dallas and the
Early
Mavericks
designs
defeat
for
the Suns
Ghidorah
in the
and
Type
Godzilla
1.
that are way more
101 to 97
terrifying
after
than
the
what we got
update
on
injuries.
screen.
Jason
So let's
Kapuna
start
is
with one
out
of the
for 2
most
to 4
mysterious
sprain knee.
creatures in
JJ
MonsterVerse
Hickson,
history.
Tony
Back in
Parker, and Drake
2012,
Oden have been
Legendary
killed.
dropped a teaser
Alright,
for Godzilla,
check out the
and
update here.
fans lost their
Karen Butler
minds.
wants to
The footage
trading
was
right
dark
now.
and
Check
showed a
out the
massive dead monster lying in rubble. This thing was
game. So here's the
gigantic,
update.
with a
The Mavericks take
centipede-like
down the
body and
Suns
8
in the
arms
Taiwan.
sprawled out
101
across
to
the
97.
destruction.
Dirk
But not a
Nowitzki
single
21.
frame
Jason
from that
Terry
teaser made it
19.
into the
Jason Kidd 18.
2014
JJ Barria
film.
10.
Then
And
director
Sean Marks
Gareth
8. And the
Edwards
rest of the
finally
Dallas
revealed the
Mavericks.
creature
And for
wasn't an
Phoenix
original
Suns,
creation at
28
all. It
points for
was
Steve
actually
Nash.
El
Richardson
Gusano
23.
Gigante, a giant
Turkoglu
worm
16,
monster from the
Dragic and Warrior 10, and
1998
the rest of the
animated
Phoenix
series.
Suns.
Edwards
So
admitted
one
it
a
was just
close one in the
placeholder
contest. So
used
the
purely
Phoenix
to
will
show
take it. No,
audiences
no,
that
Dallas
this
will take
Godzilla
care
would be
of
fighting
business
other
over the Phoenix
monsters.
Suns.
It was just a
It is
proof of
this tight
concept to
one.
generate
Alright,
hype,
now
and it
move
worked
on to December
perfectly. Now
18.
let's
Check
talk
out the
about
update here
Rocky
with
Pool,
Sixers
another
Magic,
monster that
Heat
almost
Wizards,
made it into the
Clippers Bulls, T-Wolves
2014
Nuggets,
film. This
Warriors
six-legged beast
Trailblazers,
looked
and a
like
bunch of
someone
more
mixed
D
an
League games with the Knicks,
ankylosaurus with a
Cavaliers, Jazz
crocodile.
Bucks,
The
and
design was
Grizzlies
heavily
Spurs.
armored, with
It's gonna
spikes
simulate
running
right
down its
now.
entire
Oh
back
my
and a tail
goodness!
covered in
Michael
spikes. The
Pietrus is
streamlined
out for
body gave
6
it
and
this
8 weeks due
prehistoric
to him
predator vibe, and
torn
those
hand
six
ligament,
legs
I
made it
believe.
stand out
And Corey
immediately.
McGee
The
just
plan
strained
was for
MCL.
Rocky
And Tony
Pool to fight
Batiste also
Godzilla in San
injured after
Francisco.
Jason
One piece of
Capuno.
concept
Now is
art showed
also
them
Brett
battling in
Broken
the
torn
heart of the
again.
sea, while another
Another
showed an epic
injury.
showdown
And
on top
Aurelio
of
was hurt
Alcatraz
today
Island.
for flu.
Eventually,
Nene.
Rocky Pool
Alright,
got
check out the stats
scrapped,
here.
and
See what's going on
Legendary
here.
went with
Still
the
Magic
Mutos
1.
instead. There was
Heat,
also
Bulls,
Pterodactyl, a winged
Nuggets,
kaiju designed
Blazers.
early in
And
development.
checking out in one, the Caps are
However,
now
this thing was a
expense the Knicks
massive
losing
flying
streak
reptile with a
continues.
pterosaur-like
And the
design.
Bucks
Some
and the
fans think it
Spurs.
was an
Alright.
early version of
Move
Rodan,
on to
who
December
Legendary
19th. And this is
eventually
the real
introduced
life
in
of
King of the
NBC
Monsters.
Sunday Night
The
Football.
similarities are
Even
definitely
the
there.
NFL
It's
on
interesting
Fox
because one of the
pictures. It
Mutos in the
was down to
final
the wire
film
and I was,
actually
oh
had
no, that was
wings,
the
so
Philadelphia
maybe some
Eagles
of
and the New York
Pterodactyl's
Giants. Some
DNA got
classic
recycled
NFC
into
East
that
rivalry.
design. Both
Down to the
monsters were
wire is
callbacks
known
to
as the
classic Toho
Miracle
monsters,
in
where
the New
Rocky Pool had
Meadowlands.
that
It was
Angus
Giant Stadium.
vibe,
It was
while
Miracle New
Pterodactyl channeled
Meadowlands.
that Rodan
Premise that was the
energy.
Miracle
Fast
Old
forward to
Meadowlands. It was
Godzilla
in
XCOM, and we
New
get one of
Old
the
Giants
strangest
now.
stories.
New
Meet
Meadowlands was MetLife
Phosphera, a
Stadium as the Eagles take down the
150-foot-tall
Giants in
moth
a close
creature
one. And
that
then
almost
NBC
replaced
Sunday Night
Mothra.
Football Week
Director
15
Adam
matchup.
Wingard
No
wasn't sure
Aaron
if
Rodgers as
Legendary could
Green Bay
secure the
Packers
license
take
for
on
Mothra, so they
Tom
created
Brady and a red hot
Phosphera
New
as a
England
backup plan.
Patriots.
Phosphera
So the
actually
Week
made it
15
pretty
matchup
far
in
into
real life. So
production
here's the
and even
stats
appeared in
update here with
test
the
screens.
Pacers,
Rumors
Celtics,
began
Hawks,
spreading that
Nets,
test
Lakers,
audiences hated
Raptors, Rockets,
Phosphera, but
Kings,
Wingard
and
shut that
another
down.
D-League
He
area.
explained the
Hornets,
plan
Pistons,
was
Suns,
always
Thunder.
Mothra,
Alright.
but they weren't certain they'd get the rights.
So
Despite
simulating again
Wingard
here
calling
again,
Phosphera's
and
use
check the
free, the
simulate right
monster was
now.
literally carved into the
Celtics,
temple set
Hawks,
carvings, which are
Lakers,
still in the movie.
Rockets,
Also, every time someone
Hornets,
says
and
Mothra's name,
OKC.
the
Okay,
character
not
is
bad
off
at all.
camera,
Now move on.
suggesting the
On
actors
December
probably said
20, in real
Phosphera
life, the
during
Monday Night
filming, and the
Football that was
dialogue got
Chicago Bears
redubbed
and the
later.
Minnesota
Now, here's
Vikings,
where
and this
things
was
get
the final
really
game
interesting.
of a
Before
legendary
King of the
NFL
Monsters
career was
released,
Greg Ford
concept
as
art
the
of a
Viking.
massive scorpion
However,
type
unable
leaked
to play
online. This
in the
giant
last two
scorpion
games,
titan
then
looked
Blake Ford could
terrifying,
not
with
return in the
massive
NFL.
claws and an
And
armored
this was a
body.
week
People started
15. So
calling it
here's the update here in the
Sargon, but it's
matchup.
actually
Hawks,
just an unnamed
Jazz, Cavaliers,
scorpion
and
titan.
remind me
The
the
creature
New
never
Orleans
showed
Hornets
up in
and
the movie due
Indiana
to
Pacers
movie
down to
length
the wire
constraints,
where
but Monarch
Mike
mentions an
Dunleavy to
outpost in
get the tip
Israel, and
shot
X-rays show
after
a
Danny
titan that looks
Swangers
like a
missed
sea
the win.
scorpion
On top
at
of
that
us
exact
missed the win
location.
out.
The X-ray is labeled
Bobcats,
as
Wizards,
refusable,
Bucks,
but the X-ray
Blazers.
seems
They only
scrambled.
have
So there's a real
non-D-League
possibility
games
the
with the
Scorpion
Thunderbirds
Titan is the
Viper,
actual creature being
Vipers, and
held
look at
there, and
this.
we might see it in
Another
future
epic
films.
showdown. There's two
Skull Island
showdowns for
has
the
no
Mavericks
share of
Heat,
unused creatures.
Suns,
The
Spurs.
cave
Okay, it's
picture
gonna
was
be
one of the
great.
creepiest
Rockets,
designs,
Warriors, and
described as a
Timberwolves,
primate
Clippers.
bat
So
hybrid
gonna see what's
designed
going
to
on in the update there. Liver Arenas just hurt for 2 to 4 weeks due to strained glone. Nazin Mohammed just whisked. Richard Jefferson sore knee. And Joe Holiday still able to play. Webster's been healed. Alright, let's check out the stats there. We got the Hawks take down the Magic because without two Nelsons and Petrus. Jazz take care of the Cavs. Hornets take care of the Pacers. Then it was in real life, not in real life. The Wizards, the Bucks, the Mavericks, the Suns. No. What? I didn't see the Suns. I didn't say the Suns. Then it was the Spurs, Rockets, and the Clippers. We won on December 21st on no NBA D-League here with the Thunder, Bobcats, Mavericks, Magic, Sixers, Bulls, Nets, Grizzlies, Warriors, Kings, and Bucks, Lakers. It's gonna simulate games there. Brendan Hayes just shin splints. Bulls are now winning 5 in a row. Damon James, Ian Sylvia, David West, Anthony Morrow, David Anderson, Eric Maynard. Just fine. Check out the stats here. We got Thunder hold up by 1 point over the Bobcats. Mavericks lose to the Magic without Micro Petrus. Bulls win. Nets, wow, New Jersey Nets upset the Memphis Grizzlies. Let's check out the stats. Zach Randolph 32-13, Rudy Gay 18, Andre Mayo 16, Mike Conley double-double, and Marcus O double-double as well, and the rest of the Memphis Grizzlies. And for the New Jersey Nets, Devin Harris 36, Outlaw 19, Lopez double-double, and Favors 9, Warriors, and the Lakers. Alright, now move on. There's no NBA Wednesday here, but we have TNT game on Thursday, December 23. We got the Cavaliers, Hawks, Pistons, Raptors, Bulls, Wizards, Jazz, T-Wolves, Nets, Hornets, Sixers, Celtics, Thunder, Knicks, Nuggets, Spurs, and the Rockets, Clippers. I really need to check an update right now. It's time to simulate always now. It's going to simulate all games. Bergeau is still able to play despite the broken finger. Rip Hamilton came back, however, still hurt for dislocated. And the Hornets are now 5 in a row, along with OKC defeat the New York Knicks and still continue losing streak. And everyone healing everyone. Skipping all the heal and look at James Posey's hurt. Alright, checking the stats here: the Cavaliers, Pistons, Bulls, Jazz, Hornets. Wow, so that's dominate the Sixers. Does almost score 40 points. Thunder and the Nuggets, and they take the revenge, and the Clippers won. Alright, now check out December 23. You have one daily game during the Red Close Energy. So you got the Bucks Kings. Our first matchup will be in Phoenix. No, the first matchup in Orlando. It's gonna be the San Antonio Spurs take on the surging Orlando Magic. The two stars are lost with Jameer Nelson and Michael Pietrus. And the Miami Heat, they will face the Phoenix Suns.
And didn't match his body. Another design replaced fins with spikes, creating a porcupine version that looked really aggressive. Edwards loved it, but admitted it just wasn't Godzilla. One design looked too much like a T-Rex, with the fin-height ratio appearing extreme. They eventually landed on an angular,
it's gonna
broken
be
slate look
interesting
that made the fins
here.
look like brittle,
It's gonna be
ancient
LeBron
stone.
faces
There were also
Steve Nash.
experimental
It's gonna be a
designs
great
that
one.
treated
Heat and the
Godzilla
Suns
as
gonna be
a
great.
constantly
Alright, it's gonna skip
mutating
here as we're now
organ. There were
approaching
concepts
on the
exploring his
Christmas,
aquatic
but there's no
nature.
games
One
on December
design
24
showed
because
a
of Christmas
tail
Eve.
used for underwater
We have the
propulsion,
Bulls,
while another
Knicks, Heat,
featured
Lakers,
channel
Celtics,
belly
Magic,
texture similar to baleen
Nuggets,
wool.
Thunder,
These
and
designs
Blazers,
remind
Warriors.
us
And
that
also we got
Godzilla is a
3
creature
daily
of
games
the
are
deep,
also
which is
playing
part
on
of what
Christmas
makes
with the
him so
Bayhawks Energy,
unpredictable.
Wizards,
And also,
Skyforce, and
the
Armor Matt
2014
Arns.
Godzilla. Sound
And now let's check out
designers
some
spent
standings here in the
months
West. Check out the
perfecting
standings in the
King
West.
by recording
I'm looking at the
high-speed
standings here in the
microphones
conference.
against
Boston's
leather
still
and
able to
metal
top the number
Skull
1.
Island. The
Miami is
Magic
still the
8
number
was
2.
designed
Orlando up to 3.
specifically to be
Cavaliers in the
100
4.
feet
Bulls
tall,
in the
making him
5.
the largest person
Bucks in the
prone
6.
in
Wizards in the
American
7.
cinema at
Atlanta
that
is the
time.
8.
Move over
So
to
New York
King of
Knicks
the
keep
Monsters,
continue
where
losing
Ghidorah's
streak
3
right
heads
now.
is actually played by 3
And in
different
Charlotte
motion
Buckets is the
capture
last
actors
place.
to
And
give each
in the
head
West,
a unique
Dallas
personality.
Mavericks are number
Finally,
1.
in
Still have the
Godzilla
games
vs.
back for Los
Kong,
Angeles
the epic
Lakers,
aircraft
Houston
carrier battle
Rockets,
took 4
Oklahoma
months
City,
just
San
to
Antonio Golden
pre-visualize.
State,
It's these
Utah,
incredible
and New
details
Orleans
that bring the
Hornets. And the
scale
Hornets
of
was
these
Phoenix
massive
Suns
titans to
and the
life
LA
on big
Clippers.
screens. Crazy to see how
Alright,
many
check out
hours
the
of
power rankings update. Top 14 still the same with the Celtics, Mavericks, Heat, and Lakers. However, you see the up there, the Magic move up to 5, and the Rockets move up to 6. Cavaliers move up to 7, Thunder move up to 8, Bulls move up to 9, Spurs move up to 10. Look at this right now. Everyone is still hitting the balance to start the power rankings. Pacers is our worst team in the NBA. Only have 3 wins. Did only 3 wins? See the Pacers. Did Pacers win? Yep, they have. The Pacers 1 win against the Raptors on December. However, check the New York Knicks stats. They're now losing streak. How many losing games there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 in a row. They collapsed 14-7 up to 14-16. They blew, collapsed, and looking for 10-game losing streak against the Chicago Bulls. And everyone, if getting another losing streak, and go for 12 against Miami and Orlando. And then they're likely to beat Indiana Pacers to snap them 12 games. And if they have a win against the Suns. Alright.
In an alternate universe,
That's gonna be wrap up here tonight. The playoffs will approach then and update in their standings. Seeing shaking us time and safe files quickly gonna wrap up for today.
Green Arrow is badly
Wait, I need to check the injury first before I save again. Let's check the injury. Where's the injuries?
Spreads anti-hero propaganda.
Injuries reports, check it out the injury. Art Thornton still out for 2-4 injured person. Please lab Capuno Batty.
Batman and the
Everyone's gonna do. However, Jameer Nelson's not playing yet on the Christmas because of injury, along with Michael Pietrus. And all it hurts right now, even Renwright is out for 2 to 4. And see Gerard Wallace is done for the season due to the torn MCL, sore foot, and broken ankle, lower back strain right now. Alright. Check out the sensation report. Nuggets sends down. Look at the update here. Check out the Nuggets team. Oh my god! I thought Patrick Beverley's on the Skyforce, but instead it was going to the Miami Heat. Look at the updated teams. Rumor Mill might will be go to everyone's now. Alright, it's time to trade now. I think time to go to trade. Let's go trade. Let's go trade time.
Enraged, Jimmy kills Superman's parents. Clark fights Jimmy until he is completely drained and fades away.
We're gonna go. We're gonna go. We're gonna get the Cavaliers now. We're gonna go Cavs for now. To swap Alonso G, I believe.
Superman never arrives on Earth because
Trade
his parents never find his spaceship because a nail punctures their truck tire. Without Superman, the world changes.
Alonso
Green Arrow is badly injured
Danny
in a fight
Green
and
and to
retires.
San Antonio. Yeah, there's Alonso G. Alright. And we're gonna go.
Bakit crazy ending and Ray? What happened here?
I believe the Rams right here. So let's see. I'll go
Comeback big by
for
top.
next. We'll pick current year.
Is this comeback also?
Yep. We're gonna go number 1 overall pick in 2012 for the draft. And now we're gonna see. It's gonna check it. Do nothing. Inning will be set in 0 minutes. Go to rotation menu. Come on. San Antonio is gonna trade to Danny Green. It's gonna be first trade. No longer Alonso G. We have a new small forwards. No new forwards now. And Manu Ginobili down to, I believe he's going to seat. We're gonna go back to seat for Manu Ginobili. Come back. We're gonna go come with Manu Ginobili in. We're gonna get back to Manu Ginobili. Oh no! Trying to get the minus down. No. I up to 34. And Richard Jefferson is 31. Alright. Next. For Mavericks. I'm gonna go Randy Wolbos to trade to the best roster. See if our Mavericks gonna have a trade. Don't trade in either Ian Mahimi. We'll go with the Pacers to the Huntai Jones. Oh, this one up right. Ian Mahimi. And then Tim Thomas. Good keeping for,
No, we need to myself.
I believe, the Rams. And for that, and for the other team, we're not gonna go Devin Harrison. Los Angeles Rams. I'm gonna keep in the lineup. Which one do you want the roster? Oh, I'm not allowed to trade here. Let's go the Warriors in to swap up Brandon Wright despite injuries. I was not. We may not trade for players. I don't know what I'm not gonna do. No, I'm gonna keep it until this break. Next, I'm gonna go with. Let's go with the Blazers. Needs to trade. Alright, so we're gonna go Jeff Pendergraph or this one. Let's go Nuke Babbitt and Louis Williams to trade to. We're gonna go with. Alright, I'm not gonna trade now. Alright, trade. So let's check the others. Alright. Let's go to Imodoka. We're gonna go to. I believe we go to Sacramento Kings. And deadline for the Kings, we don't have. Let me see again. I don't know in year. You only have 1 week. Right. So we don't need. So we're gonna check out Joe Smith. I think we have the new team. Let's go with the Lakers. They will play 2 years. Oh, come on! We don't have enough room on the hard cap. No! You have few 12 players, I believe. No money. Why is no money here? I believe there's no longer money left. How about this team? Let's go with... Which Brevin night to play? I will go back to Utah Jazz. It was not in the off season. And Brevin Knight is on the Utah Jazz. Alright, and then let's check in Ethan Thomas. I really go to sign OKC. Alright, it's on the OKC. And let's go then Lewis. Which one do you play for? I'm not gonna go the Suns. We're gonna get to the Northern team. I think let's go to New Jersey Nets. Don't have rosters left. They don't have rosters remaining. So they're straight. Alright. I'm gonna set going to Pacers. Alright, let's check that right now. I'm gonna keep this scene. Let's go check it. So fortunately we don't have Tim Thomas yet, so I have to go. We need to go game plan and rotation. Alright, so we're gonna go check in update. Let's see what they're gonna do. Tim Thomas, 6 instead of Jones. Gonna go Dominic Jones out. I will keep 4 Deshaun Stevenson before avoiding losing on our guards. And Hayward's just winning down. I believe here. Come on, I need to. I'm gonna go only 5 minutes. And I keep it. It's gonna go 10 minutes for Tim Thomas. Alright. Let's check it right now. I'm gonna sign in. Guys, need to get in safe now. So, alright. We've reached the 1 hour. Gonna wrap up for the video, guys. We're gonna wrap up, and now we have the next episode. We are going back to 2K14 video for episode. Now it's 10 episodes. It's the next one, so that should be wrap up. So that's to do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin. So first game of the day, we're off to Amway Center in Orlando. More importantly, the Spurs going to use the Lantern Knights, and I'm actually going to have to go use another alternate jersey. That's the retro, featuring Tim Duncan and Manu Ginobili of the San Antonio Spurs take on Dwight Howard and Vince Carter of the Orlando Magic. It's gonna be an inter-conference matchup here in Orlando, and followed by second game here in Phoenix, Arizona. We have LeBron James, Dwayne Wade of the Miami Heat take on Steve Nash and Jason Richardson of the Phoenix Suns. So that's should be wrap up here tonight. So that'll do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin. So that's it. Final score: Dallas beats Phoenix 101 to 97. And we already know the NFL earlier playoff starts tonight. The Los Angeles Rams beat the Carolina Panthers in a tight one by 34 to 31. And the conclusion, this greatest comeback in NFL playoff history was Chicago Bears take down the Green Bay Packers to move on to the NFC Division round. So don't forget, tomorrow NFL playoffs continue. First, it was Josh Allen of the Buffalo Bills, the 6th seed, faces Trevor Lawrence, the 3rd seed, Jacksonville Jaguars. Second was Brock Purdy and CMC. Christian McCaffrey of the San Francisco 49ers, the 6th seed, faces the Jalen Hurts and the world champion Philadelphia Eagles. And the conclusion of NBC for all The Gillette Stadium in Foxborough featuring Justin Herbert, the Los Angeles Chargers take on year 2, Drake May of the New England Patriots, the 2 seed. So that will wrap up here. This is Andre Kenshin. So the final score once again, Dallas 101, Phoenix 97. So time to take care and peace out. Goodbye, and we'll see you later for the NBA 2K14 Episode 10, Choose Your Random Teams. Peace. Oops.